I'm Karissa Thomas, and today you are joining me here on the only station dedicated to manufacturing, production, and business needs. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what are we supposed to do as managers, leaders, owners, business entrepreneurs. What are we supposed to do in an economy that is steadily growing? What are we supposed to do with our employees? What type of relationship are we going to have with our workers, colleagues, friends? This change that's happening in the economy is affecting our relationships with people. And we have to be careful how this relationship is impacting our lives. Daily, people are losing their jobs. The economy is bad. Although they're saying that it's growing, and while as we talked about last week, that that larger corporations are doing a lot better with the recession survival rather than small businesses, and small businesses are far behind and probably wouldn't catch up anytime soon because the economy is just too weak to support small businesses. And granted, loans aren't being issued, etc. I mean, I'm sure there's a slew of other things that is contributing to small businesses not being in a better position than where they are today. But I wanted to talk today about what are we supposed to do in this time? How are we supposed to, as managers, manage our people? This is a really difficult question. And I'm sure a lot of managers are struggling right now with this issue as to how uptight and how are we supposed to be as managers with the economy like this? What type of management style are you going to take on in an economy like this? And previously, as we discussed in one of the earlier videos when we were talking about Campbell and their production facility, and we were talking about how they were nitpicking and they were on their factory workers' backs about every little thing about time management. And I mean, that is part of lean measures. Every business should be considering lean measures. And it's the only way to eliminate a lot of the waste that is happening in companies. It should have been done a long time ago, and it shouldn't be happening today only because of this current given situation. But it is what it is. But how are we as leaders supposed to respond to our teams? And are we going to force them to be creative for us? You know what? I'm all into teamwork. Any team fostered environment it's always better because people can play off of each other's ideas and they can share ideas about different things, and there's a sense of empowerment, and there's a sense of camaraderie, and there's a whole lot of advantages to team efforts and teamwork. But as a manager, I'm sure the pressure for you to perform is significantly higher than that of the workers. A lot of factory workers, a lot of them are part of unions, etc. We're not going to get into that, but your role as a manager is what I want to discuss today. And I'm not going to spend extremely a lot of time, but I did leave some tips on the blog about leadership and leadership traits and some of the things you may want to consider. But I think it's important to talk about what are you going to do. And I think it's important right now just to reflect. I can tell you what to do. But I think it's important, if you are a manager and a leader in an establishment, for you to really reflect quietly for a moment about what type of relationship, long term, not short term, because a lot of these goals for companies to perform are short term. It's like more like, this needs to happen because we are behind, this needs to happen because we are behind, and we need to get to a certain place today. There is never, we're behind, let's grow slowly and figure this thing out together because we're all in it for the long haul. This is not a marriage, this is a work environment. And so it's a little different because different countries operate very differently. And I could go into the history of manufacturing, but what are we supposed to do as managers? And I kind of wanted to leave this a little open-ended because it's difficult to determine what is best for your organization. But the only thing I am going to say is that think about futuristically what you would like to achieve with your organization. Think about how you would like people to reflect and to respond to you 5 years from now. Because it's always one thing to do something and make an immediate change because of the pressures, and to follow through consistently over a period of time. And so that's what I have to talk about today. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out the website, Karissa.com, KarissaThomas.com, and check back with the blog. And the blog is at ineedashiftlecture.com/business-blog. And we will convene again and we'll talk about this, and we will continue to talk about ourselves in position to what's happening on a global level. And each week I can't sit and talk extensively on the global scale of what's really happening, because it's the magnitude of this problem is so extensive that it would take a lot of time to discuss these things. But just here and there, we're going to just take a little bit of points to just sort of just reflect on these things and work through this together. Thanks for joining me here again today, and we will chat again next week. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye.